Hey there, everyone. It's GG Sober Son. July 26th. AA Thought for the Day. When we come to the end of our lives on earth, we will take no material thing with us. We will not take 1 cent in our cold, dead hands. Sounds graphic. The only things that we may take are things we have given away. If we have helped others, we may take that with us. If we have given of our time and money for the good of AA, we may take that with us. Looking back over our lives, what are we proud of? Not what we have gained for ourselves, but what few good deeds we have done. Those are the things that really matter in the long run. They rhymed it up. How do you like that? Those are the things that really matter in the long run. What will I take with me when I go? And yeah, that's there's I believe a New Testament scripture that says something about storing treasures in heaven. Might also actually be a psalm, but yeah, you hear people say, well, I'd love to do good deeds. If I was rich, I would give all kinds of money to people and stuff like that. And and I see I understand and can relate to that notion, but all of us in the United States are richer than most of the world. So it is a relative thing, right? And giving, they say that people who are givers well before they become prosperous. So when they become prosperous, it's just an outpouring of what was already in them to do anyway. And some would say that in New Testament scripture, it says, give and it will be given to you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, shall they heap unto your bosom. I like that one. Not sure exactly the context, but as a principle, it sounds as though it stands as a general principle. Give and it will be given to you. Not that that's why people give, right? If you give out of charity, I guess, you're not looking for anything in return. You're not expecting that someday, somewhere down the line, you're going to get something back. And, say you give money and you expect money in return. Although in the Old Testament, in the book of Malachi, it does say, God says, test me on this. This is one area that you can test, that he will open up the storehouses of heaven, which is pretty awesome. All this to say that as we acknowledge that God has done the 6th step, when we become entirely ready, and sometimes even when we don't become entirely ready. There's times when God does for me what I won't do for myself. But when he removes the defects of character, which he does when we ask, and he's taken And when we humbly ask him in step 7, we're free. We can move forward. Just like I said yesterday, we can move forward in freedom and truly serve others out of joy and freedom. So we're not looking to get anything, but at the same time, we're storing up treasures in heaven, which, if you believe in the, standing at the pearly gates and they say, "What have you done?" You can, they'll look, the notion is they look back over your life, and only the good deeds will stand. And I think that's what this reading is referring to. That, that's the only thing we'll really take to heaven, because everything else was for this earth, was for this world. And so you've already got your reward on earth. But now, what do you have? And what this is suggesting is that only the good deeds, only the good things you did selflessly, not selfishly, selflessly for others, is the treasure, is the true treasure. So keep on keeping on. And in an AA, we have an opportunity to do good things. And it's all wrapped up in this notion that we have to give it away to keep it, right? That the dark past is the greatest possession we have. We will see how our experience can benefit others, and therefore we know that we're being used of God, because He's the great Redeemer. That is such an exciting thing. Meditation for the day. Hallowed be thy name. What does that mean to us? Here, name is used in the sense of spirit. The words mean praise to God for His Spirit in the world, making us better. We should be especially grateful for God's Spirit, which gives us strength to overcome all that is base in our lives. His Spirit is powerful. It can help us to live a conquering, abundant life. So we praise and thank Him for His Spirit in our lives and in the lives of others. Yeah, and it goes back to, I don't have it with me, but the third step in the 12 steps and 12 traditions, where it talks about electricity, and it likens the spiritual life to electricity. And that basically we don't need to understand all of it to benefit from it, and the only thing we're concerned about is that the flow of electricity and the Spirit continue to never be shut off. That flow of the electricity and the Spirit never be shut off. It gives us a certain amount of independence and freedom. So, and it also multiplies our efforts 1,000 times, 1,000x, right? If we try to grind for God, we're only going to do so much, and then we're going to feel tired. But if we let the Spirit flow in us and through us and illuminate the parts of our story that we need to share with an individual at a given time, then it's going to seem so effortless, almost like you're flying. Like, or the first time you ever caught your balance on a bicycle. I still remember that. For me, I may have shared it before, actually. The story of learning to ride a bike. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may be grateful for God's Spirit in me. I pray that I may try to live in accordance with it. Try. No try. Do not. No try. I always think of Yoda. If our focus is to live in the Spirit and be guided by the Spirit, God will answer that prayer. We have to let go of how we think it might play out in our lives, but you'll know it when it happens. And I long for that. I miss. It's been a little while since I knew that I was operating in the Spirit. And it's a wonderful thing. So keep coming back. Look up. Aim up. Rise up. Love y'all.